Bonjour, and welcome to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something like this, and it goes like this. Well, I've been through a lot of crap here on YouTube. Got chewed out by people from foreign countries over my ideas of how other countries are. And when I first started out, I was kind of ignorant of how other countries are, even though I went overseas. Got ripped apart by trolls from here in the US. People from the United States on YouTube just destroyed me. Post a comment about a guy from Canada, from Victoria, British Columbia. Got pulled over by a police officer in Beverly Hills, and the police officer from Beverly Hills was bullying him around, and I gave my thoughts on it. People took a look at my comment and they were bashing me because of how long it was. But I was getting likes on that comment, on the video, on the Canadians' YouTube channel, on the video of the Canadians' YouTube channel. And people were just attacking me left and right. Some say, you didn't have to pour your heart and soul in this video, in your comment. And New Manchester, I read the comment, but I didn't read all of it. And you didn't have to write a book. You weren't even there. And someone told me I misspelled a word when they watched one of the videos on my channel. Now I try to respond to that person who told me that I misspelled a video and misspelled the title of one of my videos on my channel. And before that, he commented on a comment on that video on the Canadians channel. And he said this, New Manchester, no! Something like that. So I tried to get him like, okay, what did I say that didn't make any sense? Okay, he said this, New Manchester, that doesn't make any sense. No! Yeah, I think, it wasn't that comment that got all the likes on it. It was another comment. I was typing real fast and I made some mistakes, and he said this. He read the comment and said this, New Manchester, that doesn't make any sense. No! Then he had the nerve to tell me I misspelled a title on one of the videos on my channel. Then I tried to respond to him. He wouldn't respond. Then people sent comments on one of my videos and said that I have a speech problem. Some sent a comment on one of my videos saying that I'm not making any sense. Then I triggered, some other videos on other YouTube channels. I triggered some hardcore American patriot who was a gaslighting asshole, who didn't like the comment that I put down on the video that was about George Floyd being shot. It was about me saying that if America stayed on as the 13 British colonies on the east coast of North America and morph into another country, George Floyd and Sandra Bland will still be alive. And I got about like 8 or 9 likes on that comment. And this hardcore American patriot said that he disagreed with me saying this. And I went back and forth with him on this. And it was a debate, and he was gaslighting and said that I was stroking my ego and told me what race has something to do with it. If people want to move overseas and leave America and move overseas, that's up to them. I am proud to be an American. And then someone from Britain came in and said this, yeah, if America was part of Britain, then your country is going to be shit. And what else? And I got chewed out by cops supporting police officer. Like, no, I got chewed out by police supporters from Texas who chewed me out because I was saying some disrespect. I was chewing out this police officer on this video who ignored this guy who asked him a question about this traffic stop that he conducted. He went up to the police officer after he did this traffic stop, and he asked the police officer about the traffic stop. He rolled up the window on his car and drove away, ignoring him, being a jackass. And I said something in that comment about all of this. Then some guy said this, really, Texas Highway Patrol, learn what that means. And if you're in Texas, you should respect the police. And third, you weren't on that traffic stop, so don't go around acting like you know everything. Excuse me. Yeah. Got into it with a disabled military veteran on one of my videos on universal health care, and saying that, in countries like Canada, it takes weeks and months to see someone for a common cold, and I'm married to a Canadian, and they say that the Canadian healthcare system is bad. And what else he said? I called him an idiot on everything he said about universal health care. And I lay down some knowledge to him about universal health care, and he just he went and just gaslighted me. He said I have a chip on my shoulder, and I have hate, and I spew hate and filth from my mouth, and I have no respect for the men and women who served in the armed forces of the United States of America, and all this. And I was gaslighted by a woman. I was made fun of and picked on by a woman because of the videos on my channel. I was accused by someone who doesn't live in the U.S. said that I like colonialism in Africa. When I posted a comment on a video about the Italian language and Italian influence in Eritrea, and that person told me Ethiopia was never part of Italy, and all of this. And I was ate up by someone from Sweden by telling me this. New Manchester, you want to talk about health? You Americans are the last ones who need to talk about health. You guys deep fry everything that you touch. And that's why everybody is overweight from diabetes, and that's the problem with America. All these countless insults, not just from the United States, some from other countries. A lot of them, a lot of insults, a lot of bullshit. Nearly all of it came from the U.S. Some of it came from Canada. Some of it came from other countries. So, I've been through a lot of shit here on YouTube. You know, all this negativity, all this toxicity. It's the fact that people don't, some of the things I said on in the comment sections and on some of my videos, I'm not wrong. I'm not right about everything. Some things I'm right on, some things I'm wrong on. So I'm not going to go around saying that I'm perfect and I know everything, which I don't. I'm just giving my thoughts on things. So yeah, I can learn, I learned from all of this. I just gotta learn just to ignore these people and never comment them and go back and forth in the comment sections on videos on YouTube channels and also on videos on my channel. I just can't. And I just can't just I just can't just give in and just feed these trolls because all they are a bunch of miserable trolls who don't like what I have to say, who don't like my videos. Yeah, I gotta ignore these people who post weird stuff on on the videos on my channel. And and I gotta stop replying to people who are never gonna reply to me. Because that's how it is here on YouTube. They'll send a comment, then you reply to them, they'll never reply back to you. Because I guess they don't wanna get into it with me because they think I'm a troll. Or they're just bots. So, I'm gonna say this. I went to 7 countries, and I have 2 in North America and five in Europe. The 2 countries I went to in North America are Mexico and Canada. The 5 countries that I went to in Europe on a cruise ship was the United Kingdom, Belgium, Norway, Germany, Deutschland, and France, the République Française. Went to the 4 countries from sailing on a cruise ship from the port from a cruise ship dock or port in Southampton, England, after getting on a bus and riding from Heathrow in London to Southampton. And that was a very, very, very long drive. And it was so long, like I thought I never gonna get there. But overall, I enjoyed Europe. Europe was something that I really, really, really enjoyed. Didn't care for Mexico and Canada. In Mexico, I just went to Tijuana. And in Canada, I just went to Victoria on Vancouver Island, which is the provincial capital of British Columbia, or BC, as British Columbians or Canucks like to call it. So, I traveled to other countries, and I have, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Europe, but I didn't care too much about Canada and Mexico. Yeah, I heard some negative things about Canada from Canadians here online, here on YouTube. They were telling me the horror stories about Canada. I don't look at Canada because of all the problems it has. I just look at it, to me, it's just a country, just like any other country. It's just a country, it has a lot of things in common with the US. Because, I call Canada Diet USA. So, yeah, I went through a lot of crap with trolls here on YouTube. Some insulted me. I got blocked by YouTube channel owners like Doc Garcia, who is the owner of the YouTube channel Doc G07, which was originally Damn This Place 07, which I used to subscribe to, which I don't subscribe to anymore, because he made a video about banging married women and their daughters and saying that they want his BBC. I didn't take too kindly of that. I don't swing that way. So that's why I unsubscribed to him. Yeah, he talked about he doesn't have sex with women anymore. He doesn't do that anymore. I never did anything like that in my entire life, and that's good for him. But, today he's nothing but a lying asshole. That's all he is. A fucking hypocrite, you know. Dog G probably kick me and kill me in a fight, but you know what? I can fight him. I'm not a punk. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a coward. Yeah, one of those MGTOW guys called me a simp. Well, they gonna see what kind of simp I am. This simp will fight you. This simp will go up against you. Yeah, it's funny, people talk a lot of, all this crap, all this abuse that I got from people here on YouTube. Yeah, they like to talk a lot of shit. They like to talk a lot of trash by sitting behind a keyboard, sitting behind a computer screen in a keyboard, typing away on a keyboard, typing away on anything that they want to say. They're just a bunch of cowards. But I guess, in public, if I come face to face with these people in public, they probably wet their pants if they see me for who I am. They probably would. They probably get scared and wet themselves. They probably would. Some of them probably military veterans who served in the military. I'm not scared of those people. And I respect what they did in the military, what they did for this country, the U.S. But, yeah. And going back to what this disabled veteran, this disabled veteran who was saying all these things about me because I called him an idiot on his stance of health care, universal health care. He said I was a spoiled, perpetuant little child, and I have a chip on my shoulder, and I think the world owes me something. And then he said that I have no respect for the military, people who served in the military, military veterans. He said I have no respect for these people. That's where he's wrong. I have respect for these people. I respect what these people went through. They went through stupid wars that dumb presidents, that worthless presidents put them through. Wars that are a waste of money. Wars that make no sense. And it's funny. He wants to tell me I have no respect for the military. And here's Donald Trump calling him and every military person who served in the military bums. Bums. I never call these people bums. I respect what they did in the military, but when it comes to their thoughts on things, I'm going to disagree with them on things. I'm going to call them idiots on what they're saying. But that doesn't mean I don't like them. That's just sheer bullshit right there. Yeah, he wants to say, he said that I don't know him and I don't know anything about his family. Well, how can you say that? And you saying all this stuff about me. You don't know nothing about me, you asshole. Just some conservative nut job, all these Trump supporters, all these conservative people are a bunch of nutcases anyway. And they're nuts. They're crazy. These people need to be in a mental hospital. They need to be locked up in a psychiatric ward. And there's some more people I went through a lot of crap here on YouTube. Someone told me, who watched one of my videos, someone told me that told me that people change, and Dog G has changed. And how can you say he's going crazy and you're the one who's going crazy? How about you go to church and be a Christian and pray to God and believe in God and read the Bible? God bless you. So, Yeah, I can do that. But I don't have to thump a Bible and go to church to be a good person. I don't have to if I want to or not. And that guy has no right to force his religious beliefs on me. And that's the problem with some of these religious people here in America. They love to force their religious beliefs on people. They just love it. They just love to force their religious beliefs on people. and they do this. And they're wrong on that. And the people who do that, they go around and do wrong. They do the most despicable things. Like, okay, you want to tell me to go to church and change my life around? I mean, you're completely silent when these preachers go around and molest these priests go around and molest these children. You're completely quiet on that. How about these crooked politicians who are religious who screw poor people? You're completely silent on that. So what you're saying just falls flat. If you were a good person, if you see what I see, if you see how bad and messed up society is here in the U.S., I mean, you will have the right to say what you're saying to me. But if you just sit back and let bad things happen, then you have nothing to say. You should just sit down and be quiet and say nothing. And don't force your religious beliefs on people, because that's wrong. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to read something from the New York Times, and it's titled, "Jury Selection Begins in Sentencing Trial for Parkland Gunman." The process is expected to take weeks. Jurors will then sit through a lengthy trial to determine if the gunman should be sentenced to death or life in prison. This is from about Nicholas Cruz, the gunman who did the mass shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, where he killed teachers and students. And Nicholas Cruz, along with George Sudini and Elliot Rodger and other mass shooters are suffering in America because they're lonely. They can't find a girlfriend. They feel alienated. They felt ripped down and ripped up by the toxic society which drove them to do what they did. So I'm against what they did. What they did was wrong, and if you do something like this, kill people, you should be punished. But these people were ripped apart by society here in America, and that drove them to do what they did. It's kind of sad. Those family members lost their loved ones, but Nicholas Cruz, I heard, apologized to the family, one of the family members of the victims that he shot and killed, and nearly all the family members, I think some of them, rejected his apology. They said that everything he said was ridiculous. So, that's America for you. That's America. But, these people aren't going to be satisfied until Nicholas Cruz is either put to death through the death penalty or spend the rest of his life in prison. And I think he's 23 years old now. So he's a young adult now. So, and I heard about this on the radio. in my car when I was driving home. I heard that the Academy Awards has banned Will Smith for 10 years. So he's banned he's banned from the Oscars for 10 years because of him walking up on stage and slapping Chris Rock in the face. So, yeah. Yeah, even though I don't care about this, but I have to talk, but I have to add this into the video because I'm about to say something about all of this. We know that, the United States is a very toxic, a very loop-sided, a broken, inept society that's full of crazy people, stupid people, mean people, antisocial people, gaslighters, liars, just evil, hateful people. And and not all the Americans are like this, but American society is very toxic. It's just crazy. And it's a society here in the U.S. that can make an Elliot Rodger or Nicholas Cruz go nuts. It made me go crazy in the past, but I got immune to it because I see how people are nowadays. People are just completely messed up. And there's a solution, from Winston Wu, a guy that I discovered after I went overseas to countries in Europe, and his videos, and along with reading this forum, opened my eyes just how the U.S. is. And and he talked about there's a solution. You can leave the sinking ship and you can travel overseas for a better life. And that's the best thing for people like me and for people who are going to go down the Elliot Rodger, George Soudini, and Nicholas Cruz route. And the Arthur Fleck from the Joker movie from 2019 route. So, if you don't feel loved in your own country, if you're an American who live in the U.S. and you don't feel the love and support in your own country, get off the sinking ship and move overseas and change your life. Just live in another country and leave America. Yeah, things overseas aren't going on great right now because of the war between Ukraine and Russia, but if that didn't go on, then you can enjoy a fresh new start in another country and get away from the toxicity of the United States. Get away from the toxic, negative people. Get away from the crazy. Get away from the crazy people, or the crazies, as a Russian like to say, crazy. Get away from the crazies and move overseas, and you'll be happy. There's no need for you to get mad and blow up and go over to be a mass shooter and shoot and kill people. Turn a gun on yourself and shoot and kill people, or worse, get shot and killed by police. And there's no need for you to see mental health professions and a psychiatrist and take pills from a psychiatrist that's going to quote unquote help you cope with your problems. And if you take these pills are going to make you gain weight, make you drowsy, non-responsive, and sleep all the time. There's no need for you to get this, and there's no need for you to listen to bullshit advice that's not going to help you. There's no need for any of that because, those people here in the U.S., they want to say that you're crazy, there's something wrong with you, you're crazy, there's something wrong with you. But the truth is, there's something wrong with them because at the end of the day, it's not you, it's them. There's something wrong with them, but they're so delusional. They wanna whip out and say that there's something wrong with you. You know, cutting you dead in a sentence when you're talking to them. You know, just going crazy loop side. You know, it's kind of insane. I sat back and didn't say a word to anybody, and they just kept talking, and they had no clue that I was ignoring them. I'm not saying anything to them. They didn't care if I was ignoring them and not saying anything to them. It's insane. It's crazy. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know, get rid of that dark cloud and just move overseas, and you'll feel good about yourself. I feel good. I mean, you'll feel good about yourself if you move overseas and just get away from the sinking ship that is the United States of America. You know, and also I'm not gonna let a bunch of gaslighters and a bunch of crazy people here on YouTube get to me. I'm just going to ignore them. All I'm going to do is if they try to troll me, I just report them to YouTube for harassment. Well, that's the only good thing about YouTube. You know, everything else about YouTube makes no sense and unfair. You know, censorship, not letting you say what you want to say. But, you know, there's some things about YouTube that make sense. There's some things about YouTube that doesn't make any sense. So, so any one of you who are new to this channel, who just graduated from high school and you're in college right now, you go through some turmoil in your life, and you might go down the Elliot Rodger, Nicholas Cruz, George Soudini route. If you're in high school or if you're in college, listen up. You don't need to put up with the crap here in the U.S. Go overseas, get a job, save your money, plan on where you want to live overseas in another country, and move to that country. Becoming a citizen of that country is not easy. It's hard. You're going to go through a lot of red tape and yellow tape, learn the national anthem and everything about that country. It's hard, and it is. It's not easy. So, the sky's the limit if you're moving overseas, and when you move overseas, life will be better for you. You have to go through any of the crap that's going on here in the U.S. You have to be part of the shit show. You have to look at the shit show. And I don't have to put up with the shit show anymore either. So, that's all I gotta say in this video. It was like I went over in this video. Alright. Cheers.